And Bind I was questioning if it was the ace in the sleeve of Karmine Corp. We haven't seen them on this map quite yet. And again, fighting forward here towards A short.
Double-sided approach from Showers as well as short. Still, marteen in the most difficult of positions. As Wingman heads towards the site to put that spike down, marteen finds a nice shot onto MrFaliN, makes himself useful before he drops. 3 versus 4, foot on the back seat. Karmine Corp, they're taking on some momentum from the previous round, but can they secure this? There are a lot of players that are low, could be simple pickings without the need of headshots. And it's Lamps that Karmine Corp will be pushing together. 3, 1 coming out from heaven, and it's Nare that does it all by himself. He doesn't need friends. He can do it by himself. No worries at all. AtaKaptan.
Pull those rotations so yetujey in these situations.
I mean, everyone's looking at AtaKaptan, especially after the previous game. Set the expectation so high of what to expect from him. But we want to see more from cNed as well. I think that's the big highlight of this one, as they look to push past Lamps with a flash of their teammate. They aggress forwards, but they only are able to find one. Nare looking to go right after him. Paint shots can do a lot of damage here, but they all manage to run away in time. The snakebite will deter any further movement in their direction. It's still 4 versus 4, and the fact FUT are finding damage with pistols is so scary. qRaxs with a double. They might get themselves a second round here. marteen upgrades. Vandal now in his hands, but qRaxs is destroying them. 1 by 1, they drop like flies in the sky. And Shin alone. All of the players are low.
Usually played EMEA. He's 1 away from that showstopper into this round.
Regional pride getting to you, I think, Ash. But look at Karmine Corp destroying FUT. And yeah, that aggression off of Showers was the best thing they could have done, because they've instantly found themselves in a big lead, 5 versus 3. But FUT don't want to ease the pressure just yet. Might want to take advantage of the 2 players isolated here on this ace site. But tomaszy might have got their number. Drops back as he does retrieve a bullet to his elbow. And with that, that's enough of that fight. So FUT given some space for the A side.
Not looking to get flooded into Lamps, a play that we've seen from FUT before, playing the numbers advantage, recharging that health here to play numbers into the post plant, and yetujey's getting the spike down now.
AtaKaptan doubles up though, and this could allow FUT to find a way back in, as it's a 2 versus 3. All they need to do is find another pick before they drop, but Nare is so good for it. The spike is heading towards the B site. He was hoping that he could go on the plant, but because there is no plant, no one is taking the TP. Sneaky yetujey, but yeah. You've given them time to rotate, so I don't think you're getting a plant either, which puts Karmine Corp in pole position this round.
I mean, might get the plant, but won't have much time afterwards.
He's trying to see if he can isolate anyone, but Karmine Corp are too clever than that. They're known for their stacks, and they'll continue to do so, especially when they've got the numbers advantage.
Spike planted.
Discipline necessary here, and for yetujey.
50 points at easy task, yetujey! The Wonder Kid!
Any of these weapons go away for free.
You know, the last time we saw an a Thrifty being won out from one team, the other one came back to win it again, so it was a topsy-turvy. Now, I don't think Karmine Corp are in the same position to do so, because they definitely need a pick, and the fact that AtaKaptan shoots so quickly and doesn't give a chance to Magnum to even react, they won't be given such a benefit. Nare telegraphed. And it's a game of whack-a-mole for the side of FUT. They do not drop a play. It's an Andalucia flawless, giving them quite an exacerbated lead. 3 rounds of difference now for the Turkish side.
4-1. Weapons back into the hands of Karmine Corp this time around. You do have that dimensional drift available. We've seen marteen use it for that scouting for the remainder of the team. And they don't necessarily just follow up straight up with that dimensional drift, where you see maybe some teams just looking for an exact set play based off that information. But instead, they'll tend to use it to see, okay, how many players are actually here, and make the decision on, okay, do we take that rotation to the other site, or is it worth fighting forward on?
Well, Thrash is going to go right after marteen, but he's able to put it to its grave before it has a chance to concuss him up. But still, does throw his clone in and wants to go for another bite. He doesn't use his dimensional drift straight away, instead thinks better of it, as FUT have completely flooded this area. But now have started to spread out across the map. You can slowly see cNed moving towards this B site, trying to figure out what the setup looks like there for KC.
I mean, stall potential here in the hands of tomaszy, playing towards backside here. Toxic screen to cover both Hookah and towards Garden. The snake bite poised and ready.
Oh my
but the hog
God!
up and Added takes his head off.
But AtaKaptan is absolutely insane with the rifle. And he's just put foot in pole position for yet another time. One stuck in TP. Magnum is questioning his decision here. Yetujey! He's bullying them! He's a newcomer and he gets
running out, so he could actually get that teleport down. And now tomaszy to use the Viper's Pit here. Deny the drop in that push over from Garden. Forcing FUT to fall back over towards that A site. Again, funneling them towards that operator in the hands of marteen.
But the stampede from FUT so far has been good. Double blast pack still available for cNed, and AtaKaptan has found himself on enemy lines.
They know.
They do know, but it's bought enough time, right? Karmine Corp forced to vacate the area, and AtaKaptan just drops back into sight. He's done his job. Dimensional drift coming out from marteen, though. He's pinging out where the opponent positioning is.
Oh, he sees all four.
He does, but how does his team use it? No one's nearby. Only one now coming in from short.
They're going to sandwich.
Trying to save up with them. And here comes the clone as well to push. Showstopper enabled. It's cNed this time around as tomaszy looks to drop back. He can't be comfortable pushing that one. And there's Chin able to avoid it. Do they have time to move in? Snakebite to their feet. Karmine Corp need to push through, but this lamp control is all too much. marteen finds a shot. qRaxs in the madness. Not able to deliver. Up close and personal, it seems Karmine Corp are superior. And yeah, they have been playing the difference. But for the past 2 rounds, marteen is doing a lot with the operator.
I mean, cutting off these angles, being dynamic in his positioning, swapping from A towards B. Upper angle this time.
And as he smoke fades, he doesn't realize what's to the left. MrFaliN does get one before he drops. And marteen repositions yet another time. He's in the right moment to do it, but no, instead, with a fragment to his feet and yetujey's bullets going in his direction, it's back to square one. tomaszy, that was crucial, because there's no more Viper's Pit here for yetujey. FUT on the back seat. AtaKaptan, he's done it before, and he'll try and do it again. Spike in hand, but it's dropped to the floor. qRaxs is insane. A one-on-one that he...
Utility coming out from Magnum.
Well, off the Thrasher, they're going to be start pushing forwards onto this B site, and you can see how Karmine Corp are scared of this. Looking to go for a retake, very similar to what we saw on Lotus. Maybe that's what works out for them.
They do have that dimensional drift and the showstopper to work with here for the duelists.
So they're focusing on those ultimates to make the difference for Karmine Corp here. FUT maybe flashed up. Dimensional drift used, and so is a showstopper. So far, so good for Karmine Corp, but the rest of the players have dispersed, move into elbow. marteen doesn't care to use a flash as he exits the dimensional drift, gets one before he drops, but he's done what it was necessary, finds the information. yetujey's got an upper angle, and he's so done.
Out the most on an island.
Look how aggressive they're actually going. This is nRRRATE guessing, pushing forwards. He does
pay off angle.
marteen
cutting through.
Oh, he may have revealed himself, and that's going to be his demise. Magnum tries to trade it back, but it's FUT that find the advantage, the upper hand, and this A site take.
Then you've only got the controllers left here for the retake on the side of Karmine Corp. Sure. Snakebite to try and divvy up FUT.
What can you do, really, though? tomaszy looks to lead the charge. They're actually thinking about it.
I mean, it's last round.
Of course, it is the last round, you're right. AtaKaptan, back of lamps. yetujey on another end. It's so difficult to cover all these corners. It's yetujey to come out on top when Shin tries to go for something aggressive with his TP. Oh, the mosh pit is going to make it absolutely impossible here from tomaszy. And he definitely can't cover up against them all. It's smoked off. All he can do is hope that he won't potentially win off this series, but the push does come through. It's heard, it's seen, or at least from behind the flashes. nRRRATE and MrFaliN trade back, and with MrFaliN blind as a bat, he'll be dropping like one as well. And Karmine Corp, full access to the site. yetujey, he's sneaky from behind, and he's able to find one. They know exactly where he is, so he's buying a lot of space for his team to start moving in from. AtaKaptan shows his presence. It's a balance of information that needs to be given. And cNed can push through elbow. That's exactly where Karmine Corp are looking. 2 versus 3. FUT need to start finding kills. Both of 2 players are low, and one was taken down.
They're split up.
tomaszy behind the smoke. And he's so close to AtaKaptan, he can smell him, but only now can see him. And it's AtaKaptan to come out on top. Magnum is low. All he has to do is stop this plant, this defuse from happening. Throwing things back at them.
Stinger Force.
It is indeed. Desperate measures.
I mean, you have to when you're 10-3.
Flash coming through. TP as well. From marteen, it's onto the site. qRaxs with the first shot. The spike will be successful, but there's so much thrown at them. Shin won't live for long. For this, I believe they only spotted out tomaszy. So I don't think they'll expect 3 players pushing past, but the fact that Nare has aggressed onto the site, now the alarm bells will sign. Thrasher being enabled, but it's Marteen's first shot to come off forward, so Karmine Corp playing off of an advantage, playing into lamps as well, with a player as a caveat into showers. Smoked off though, he'll have to come in later into this round, awaiting for the team to collapse upon them first, into the smoke, and it's Marteen to win it. Crucial kill on the spike though, but they're already diffused halfway, interrupted as utility is thrown their way. 2 versus 4, FUT. Not impossible given players are low, but they've got to find them quick as time is ticking. AtaKaptan with the first one. Shin stopping cNed's life, and it does have to be... Time to clear it out. Mosh pit, denying any of the other entries, so no one can follow up on this information. Crucially enough, well played by FUT, but can they deal with Marteen finding himself into elbow? They'll be able to stop any of the other rotations by sending his decoy to the back end of it. Still, 4 versus 4 as cNed gets traded out, and the rest of KC have garnered all the space they would have hoped for.
Sound baiting in that kind of sense. Marteen back in.
Oh, he really is, but the flash doesn't pop in time before the smoke does deteriorate, which leaves KC at a disadvantage unless Shin gets the pick here.
No, but that's rash. It found him.
Oh, they let Narrate to die. And now they're playing off of disadvantage.
They need this pick on Mr.
Oh
MrFaliN.
my god! He wasn't out in the cover, which means that MrFaliN was able to pick him up. And out to 1v2.
Safe plant, at the very least. But you have the whole kit here of qRaxs to work with.
Magnum has got skill, but it's the first time he's jumped into the IGLC this season. And with the Seekers, he's going to have to figure out how they're both are going to be playing this. They know he's in lamps.
They hear this as well, since MrFaliN has stayed over towards Garden.
They've got to be curious where the players have gone, because never has this B site been completely open. Guiding Light spotting them out in long though.
Right now, they only know that it's MrFaliN over towards B long. Doesn't know about the other 2 players.
Look at Shin though, very far forward, but it's Magnum to get picked off early. FUT are playing things from the front, but can they continue? 3 players grouping up now towards CT, and it'll be a 3 versus 2 as soon as the smoke subsides. As soon as it does, it's FUT that comes out on top. KC can't do a thing. Disabled, stuck in place. And that's 13-4.